available to everyone. So welcome to Mindful Mondays. For those of you who don't know me, my name is David Keith Turner. I'm a mindset transformation coach. And on these Mondays, I run a mindfulness session. And today's session is all around mindfulness and mindfulness practices. So mindfulness, it's a broad name given to practices that help a person to be present in the moment and develop conscious awareness. Now, presence means that you're focusing right on the here and now and not somewhere else. Your mind isn't somewhere else. You're looking at something like the top of a bottle and you're actually noticing it. You're being completely present with it. You're looking at it. You're noticing the colors. You're noticing all the little variants in it. This is where you can focus in on your senses, what you can see, the colors, all the little nuances. You're being completely present with it. Your mind's not somewhere else. You can do this with any one of your senses. You can focus on what you can hear and just be present with it. What you can taste in your mouth right now, what you're touching. You can notice all the different feelings that you're experiencing, your breath moving through your body. One of the best ways to practice mindfulness is simply just to close your eyes and just become aware of your breath and be completely present with it and see how it feels. So that's the first way, becoming really present with your senses. Now, the second way is through observing your thoughts. We think something like up to 60,000 thoughts per day. And most of us have no idea what they are. And if you don't know, whatever you think about the most generally influences how you feel. So if you're thinking I suck all the time and you're thinking about X's, it's going to cause you to feel a certain emotion because you're thinking about it all the time. And how you feel is going to dictate what behaviors you do. If you're feeling anxious and annoyed or angry, you're going to behave in certain ways. And that's going to cause certain results in your life. So I like to think of when you're noticing your thoughts, I like to think of it as your mind is a festival. And there's 60,000 people running around in there and anyone's invited. The media can throw in any ideas that they want. They can throw a person in there. It's going to be destructive. Anything your ex ever said to you that hurt you is running around in there, just causing a muck. And when you practice noticing it and going, what's helpful and what's not helpful, you start to become aware. Hang on, there's some ideas, there's some thoughts that are running around in here that are not serving me. It's like putting bouncers on the border to stop unwanted thoughts getting in there. It's like sending security in there to start checking all the people that are in there and pulling out the ones that are unhelpful. And as you do meditation over a period of time, that's what you really do. You develop, it's kind of like a gateway that enables you to become more responsive. So rather than anything just coming into your mind that wants to, you become in control. I remember when I first started meditating, one of the first things that happened as a benefit was my impulse control. I'd be sitting there and I'd be thinking, clearing my mind, becoming aware, sitting there, becoming completely present. Any thoughts that were coming in, I was letting them go. And one thing I realized is when I was quitting smoking, I would have like this sudden thought, I'm going to go smoke. And I'd be like, do I want to do that? And when people would be angry at me, instead of going, oh, they're angry at me, I'm going to be angry at them, I'd be like, I wonder why they're being angry at me. It creates kind of like I don't know what you'd call it, but like a gateway, something that everything now has to pass through because you're becoming consciously aware and you're becoming mindful what your thoughts are doing to you, what your experiences is. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do some journaling exercises to help you develop some mindfulness, and then we're going to do a meditation. So what I want you to do first of all is just take a pen and paper or open a document on your computer, whichever one works best for you. If you don't have pen and paper, you can do it on your device. That's completely fine. But I want you to just, at the top of the document or whatever it is you've opened, just write Mindful Mondays, the date, which is the 22nd of the 1st, 2024, which I'm getting used to saying 2024. Still my mind's in 2023 sometimes, but 2024. And just write Mindfulness Practices. That can be the headline. And the first question I want you to just do a little bit of journaling around is, number one, what have you been thinking about a lot lately? What's been on your mind? And you can answer this question or start it by saying, lately, what's been on my mind a lot is. And just journal, just see what comes out. Or noticing what you've been thinking about. Have you been thinking about work? Have you been thinking about an ex? Been thinking about a house that you're saving for? What's been on your mind a lot lately? any point, just taking a deep breath, just allowing yourself to be more and more present here. No pressure, no need to beat ourselves up or anything like that. Just being aware. What have you been thinking about a lot lately? And once you've explored that question and you're happy with what you've written, just give us a thumbs up so that I know to move on to the next question. Oh, thanks, Katrina. Thanks, Ether. Jonathan, beautiful. Sylvia, amazing. All right, number 2, and you can leave a space if you want to add more to that later. I like to sometimes go back and just see if there's anything else that comes up and so I can add to it. But number 2, what emotions have you been experiencing lately? And you can start this by just writing the emotions I've been feeling lately are. Just noticing. How have you been feeling? Been feeling anxious, excited, nervous? Anything that comes up. Again, there's no pressure. And if you need to, just take some deep breaths. And once you're happy with your response and you're ready to move on, again, just give us the thumbs up emoji. Thank you, Sylvia. Jonathan, beautiful. Brad, thank you. Anita, beautiful. All right, and we'll move on to question number 3. I want you to just take a moment and just scan your body and noticing how you're feeling from what we just wrote. I want you to answer this question. What is your body telling you right now? If you're experiencing these emotions, what is it telling you? And you can answer this by saying, the way my body feels right now is telling me. The way my body feels right now is telling me. What are these emotions, these feelings that you're having? What is it telling you? Maybe it's telling you you need to change jobs. Maybe it's telling you you need to work harder. Maybe it's telling you you need to work on your mindset. Maybe your mindset's causing your body all kinds of negative emotions. Again, there's no judgment here. We're just noticing, just becoming aware. And throughout these answers, don't forget to just take some deep breaths. Just feel your way through it. And again, once you feel that you're done with the exercise, just give us a thumbs up so I know to move on. Thank you, Sylvia. Thanks, Katrina. Amanda, Jonathan, beautiful, beautiful. Brad, thank you. All right, we'll move on to question number 4. Again, leave some room if you want to continue that answer later. But number 4, how would you like to feel at this point in your life moving forward? And you can answer that by saying, I'd like to feel more. And just answer it. See what comes to you. Would you like to feel more excited? Would you like to feel more joyous, more inner peace, more driven, more ambitious, more courageous? Just thinking about what you're wanting in your life and moving forward, how would you like to feel? Again, there's no right or wrong answers. It's whatever comes up. Once you're done, just put the thumbs up in there and we'll move on to the next one. Doing a great job, guys. Well done. Thanks, Anita. Sylvia, beautiful. Brad, Jonathan, excellent, excellent. We'll move on to the next one then. And this is an interesting question. What thoughts about the world would you focus on more that would help you accomplish this feeling? So if you're thinking, well, my thoughts create my feelings, what thoughts about the world would be really helpful for you to create this feeling? And you can answer it by saying to feel whichever the dominant emotion that you really want, maybe it's courageous. To feel courageous, helpful thoughts about the world are that I can do what I want, that there is a place for me to succeed. Everything that I need will come to me when I need it. Whatever it is, it's going to be a helpful thought. So again, number 5 is to feel and pick the emotion that you really want to feel. Helpful thoughts about the world are maybe people need you to show up right now. Maybe there's people in the world that really need you. Maybe you need to think that the world is a good place that you belong in. Again, don't forget to just breathe your way through it. No pressure, no judgment. Just self-exploration. Just so we can keep on time, we'll move to the last question. And again, leave some space if you need to. If you're getting a lot out of that question, leave some space. Come back to it afterwards. It's a great idea. Number 6, what thoughts about yourself would you focus on more that would help you accomplish this feeling? So you can write it by saying to feel courageous, whatever your feeling is, your emotion. Helpful thoughts about myself are. So to feel the emotion you want to feel, helpful thoughts about myself are. You want to feel courageous? I'm a badass who can do incredible things. What I have, the world needs. I'm constantly getting better at what I do. Anything that comes up for you. Allow any empowering thoughts just to come to you right at this moment. Breathe when you need to. And again, no judgment, nothing like that. Just helpful and empowering thoughts. Excellent work, guys. Well done. Especially those last two. They're great. They're a great one to come back to and add a few lines to, either later tonight when you go to bed or throughout the week. Some of these questions, they're really good to just become aware. Well, what am I thinking? How am I feeling? How do I want to feel? How would I think to create that? And now we're going to get into our meditation. So you can put the pen down, you can close down that document, whatever you need to do, and just move your body around, shake off any energy that's in your body right now. Get up and stretch if you need to, because we're just going to sit down for the next 12 minutes or so. And we're going to do a meditation. So if you can just get any tightness out of your body, anything that's feeling a little bit stiff, so that you can sit as still as possible, it really improves your ability to be present in the meditation. Now I'm going to play some music over the top of this recording. And I want you to slowly just find yourself in a nice and comfortable position. To start off with, don't close your eyes or anything like that. Just get yourself nice and comfortable and just slowly become more and more still, more and more present, keeping your eyes open at this point, getting your back nice and straight as much as possible, putting your hands on your lap in a nice and comfortable position. And to start off with your eyes closed, open, take a nice deep breath and let it out. And what I want you to do to start off with, I want you to look around your room, in front of you, find certain objects or marks on the walls or anything like that, and spend 5 to 10 seconds just focusing in on what you can see and its details. Notice the colors, the textures, maybe even the structure of it. Just look around and just notice a few things that you can see. No judgment, no association, just noticing the object itself. And now when you're ready, I want you to slowly close down your eyes. Allow yourself to become completely still. Just allow your mind and your body to relax. Take a deep breath in through your nose all the way in. As you let it out, move your attention to what you can hear. Within the music, anything else that you can hear around you, pay close attention to the sound and its little nuances, tones, the melody. Just completely focus on what you can hear. your mind wanders, bring it right on back gently to the sounds that you can hear. Gently let your attention wander away from what you can hear and bring it towards what you can taste. Just noticing in your mouth right now, what is it that you can taste? The food, chewing gum, what is it that you can taste? Letting your attention move on. I want you to take a deep breath in again through your nose, out through your mouth, and bring your attention to what you can smell. Is it your clothes? Is there a scent to the room? Food, anything. Just noticing anything that you can smell right now. Letting your attention shift yet again. I want you to become aware of what you're touching. How do your clothes feel against your skin? Do they feel heavy? Do they feel nice and soft? Do they feel rough? Pay attention to how your hands feel and what they're touching right now. They're on your lap. What does the material feel like? And take a moment to take a deep breath in. And as you're breathing in, noticing how air feels going down your throat, feels going through your nose. And as you breathe back out, noticing how it feels coming out of your mouth. Each time you breathe in, noticing your stomach and chest expanding, just noticing how that feels. For this next part, I want you to actively shut down your senses and your thinking. Any thoughts that are going through your mind right now, just shut them down as much as you can. We're going to practice keeping our attention fixated on the feeling of being calm. Right now, give your mind the command that you are going to focus on and experience calmness. For the next 5 minutes, practice letting any thoughts that come up go. There's no need to dwell on them, fight them. Simply notice them, let them go. Repeat the word calmness in your mind a couple of times and bring your attention back to the feeling of calmness. If your mind wanders at all, simply let the thought go. Take a deep breath in and repeat the word calmness and bring your attention back to that feeling in your body. Gently let your mind let go of the idea of calmness. Slowly start to bring your attention back to where you're sitting in your body right now. Starting to become aware of the temperature of the room. Noticing how your body is feeling, any parts that are feeling tight. And slowly you can start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, move your shoulders, move your neck from side to side as you slowly come back into the space. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes. Welcome back, guys. Well done, everyone. It's not easy to come around on a Monday night and do some mindfulness practices. So take a moment now to give yourself a nice pat on the back for your efforts coming along to something like this. doing some mindfulness practices to get yourself into a nice, calm state of being so you're ready to take on the week ahead, which is a great way to be. I always know that whenever I do these practices and I feel nice and calm, I make better decisions. I'm less reactive, I'm more responsive, I think more. I feel my way through situations and I'm allowed to be guided by my intuition. When you calm down your mind, you enable your connection to what your higher self wants, what your intuition is guiding you towards. When there's 60,000 random people running around causing a muck, it's very hard to connect to your higher purpose for being here, to your real goals, to your real motivation. It's very easy to be distracted, to be subservient to certain addictions that are an escapism from the chaos that's reigning in your mind. The more that you do these practices, the more you gain control. You become the one. I always say that your mind is a useful servant, but a terrible master. You leave it in control and just let whatever's going on around it come in and just do whatever it wants, your life will be reflected by it. When you make the choice to show up and do these kind of activities, work on your mindset, you can direct it to be a beautiful servant that can enable you to achieve great things in life. Now, the way that these sessions work is if you want to, you can just jump off. There's no need to stick around or anything like that. But if you do have some questions or you do want to talk, just jump in on a discussion. I just stay around for however long people want to talk and discuss anything that came up today. And if you want to share your experience, you want to share anything that came up for you, that's fantastic. That's amazing. But I will stop the recording